Okay, Team Impact. We're back and rocking and rolling. I hope you're enjoying the packets. A little change up from the book, teaching a little bit differently, but it's okay. I'm enjoying it a little bit, change up. Still going to continue to our path to get ready for this PSSA, but this is part of it. We're going to talk about dot plots and frequency tables and tallies. We're going to talk about symmetry. Remember, skewed left and skewed right. And we're going to get into more of this. So let's get into this thing and let's have some fun. Please follow along with me. Some of this information we're just going to kind of make up in this part, but the rest will be pretty factual. So a dot plot is a visual display of data using a number line and dots to represent each data. So this is a dot plot down here. So here it is. All right. So quickly survey the room with the following questions. All right. So how many screens, TV, iPads, phones, etc., do students have in their homes? Now, if we're in class, I would do this in here. Here, I'm just going to make it up. 0, I'm not putting anything. So nothing goes in the tallies. And my frequency is a count of the tallies. So 0. Okay. How many people had one of these items, one electronic device? I'm going to say 3. And tallies are just tick marks. All right. And what we do is count the ticks over there. How many had 2? Let's put 5 down. And you notice when I get to 5 on the tallies, I put a slash. That way they're grouped nicely and you can see that. And we write the tally of 5. How many people had 3 screens? Just 1. So we'll put the number 1. How many people had 4 screens? Well, I have a bunch there. 5, 6, and 7. 5, 6, 7, and we write the number 7. And we continue down the line. I had 2 that had 5. I had 3 that had 6. I had 5 again that had 7. And then we get to 8, and I had a bunch. So we had 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I had none that had 9 and 2 that had 10. Okay. So if you look at this, all right, you'll see that we organize our data here, all right, and then we count the tallies for our frequency. This is just a way to organize data. This is collecting the data. This is kind of organizing it, all right? Now it says use the data to create a dot plot, all right? And be sure to include each number, even if it has a frequency of 0. So what we're going to do is come across here and we're going to put 10 ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And underneath each of those ticks, we're going to write these numbers, the number of screens. So I'm just going to write number of screens, okay? And then I'm going to put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait, what happened? You'll notice that I counted to 10 here. There's 10 ticks, but there's only 9 numbers. Why? Because I started with 0, so I'm going to extend this and add the number 10. There's actually 11 numbers, including 0 there. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and construct our dot plot. And a dot plot and a line plot, very similar. A line plot uses X's, a dot plot uses dots. So under 0, we're not having anything. With the number 1, I'm going to put 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. Under 2, I'm going to put 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Under the number 3 goes 1. Under the number 4, remember, goes 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Under 5 goes 2. Under 6 goes 3. Under 7 goes 5. Under 8 is a big one. It's a tenor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Under 9 is 0, and under 10 is 2. 1 and 2. Okay, so let's talk about our dot plot here. Okay, if we were talking about this, we could find the mode right there. Is it symmetrical? If we drew a line down the middle, would it be even? No, I would say it's not symmetrical, okay? But it's kind of spread out. So it's not skewed left or skewed right even, okay? But it's not symmetrical. But what it is, it has a nice cluster between 1 and 8. So that would be a cluster of data. This would not be considered an outlier because it's not far enough away, all right? So therefore, there are no outliers on this. So that's basically what a dot plot is. You take your tallies, you make it to a frequency, you draw a line, I labeled it, I put my numbers down underneath and put my dot plots there. And we move on. Down below, the Ecological Society sampled the green iguana population and made note of the length of each iguana sampled. The data is displayed, number of inches. So, there was one at 12 inches, 3 at 14, and so on. Here we go. How many iguanas measured greater than 15 inches? Well, here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them. What is the most common length of the iguana? Well, the most common length is 14 and 16. Those are the modes. They both have 3. So we're tying this together. How many iguanas measured between 14 and 18? So between 14 and 18. Don't include those. It's just this, and this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 iguanas. Okay, so let's talk about this data. All right. Would you consider this symmetrical if I drew a line there? And you know what? I would. Doesn't have to be perfect. If I drew a line, this side's pretty close to that side. We have a little bit of a cluster of data between 14 and 18, and the mode is 14 and 16. So we can still get a lot of information from these, okay? Good start so far. Let's continue on the other side and talk a little more about frequency tables. A frequency table is a simple way to blank often something happens, to display. All right, display. Typically, a table is used to organize data, which is what I did before. All right, so let's go. On our grades, and we're going to expedite this because I'm going to get close on time. All right, so on our grades, we would just put down these numbers, 70, all right, and then I'm going to count by 5s, it looks like. Next one is 75, 80, 85, 90, and 95. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and get organized. How many 70s do I have? 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to put 3 tallies, and the frequency is 3. How many 75s do I have? 1, 2. I have 2 75s, and I wrote that. And you'll notice I marked those off differently so it catches my eye. How many 80s do I have? 1, 180. And the frequency is 1. How many 85s? So I have 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And you see how it makes that nice? You can count those. I don't have any 90s, so I put a 0 there. Nothing goes in a tally. And then there's 195 right there. Okay, and we'll put the number 1. So we've organized our data and we wrote the frequency. Let's go again. Over here, it looks like I have 15, 20, 25, 30, my amounts, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't even need to put anything in here because there's no 35. How many 15s do we have? 1, 2, and write 2. How many 20s? 1, 2, and write 2. How many 25s? Just 1. And then I see 3 30s, 1, 2, and 3, and there you have it. So just a very quick way to organize your data. And now look how easy it is. Hey, how many 25s? You have 1. How many 85s you have here? What's the mode over here? What's the mode over here? Okay. So, and really you can kind of go from there. Now we would take this information and make a dot plot. Okay. So, pretty good stuff so far. Let's continue our path of destruction here. Number 5. Okay. The dot plot represents the energy efficiency rating of homes in a community. Determine if the following statements are true or false. A total of 18 homes were rated. Is that true? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No, that's false. There were 20 rated, and I'm going to write 20 there just in case I need that piece of information later. Exactly half of the ratings were greater than 66. So there has to be 10 up here because we have a total of 20. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exactly half is 10. And I was going to write 10. I apologize. That is absolutely a true statement. The most common rating was 66. That's false. Okay. The mode of the data set is 68. 66 is second most, which has no name for it, right? All right. Now we're going to complete the blanks below in order to make each statement true. All right. Well, the number of homes rated between 58 and 64 accounts for exactly blank of homes. 58 to 64. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would go from 6 out of 20. And if I simplified that, it would be divided by 2. Divided by 2 is 3/10. Now, all right, if I wanted to get this to a percent, I would have to get that bottom number to 100 because all percents are out of 100. So I multiply that up. I scale it back up. I multiply it by 10 and this by 10 and end up with 30. 30 out of 100 is a percent or 30%. Okay, so we can do a lot with that. The number of homes rated greater than 70 accounts for about blank of the homes. Blank of the homes. Greater than 70. 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, same thing. It's 3 out of 20. Take it up to 100. So I'm going to multiply that by 5 and get 100. That by 5 and get 15. 15 out of 100 is a percent, and that would equal 15%. So we went with a fraction, we scaled it up, and then anything out of 100 is a percent. So it is. Last one. 50% of the homes were rated a score of less than what? Well, less than what? So we need to figure out what is, all right, so we knew that half, right? Exactly half were greater than 66. All right, so from here to here was 10. I bet from here to here is 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, or I'm sorry, 4 and 3 is 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. So 50% of the homes were rated less than what? 68. Less than 68. We're not including 68 because 66 through 60, if you think about that, is 10 out of 20, which is 50%. So pretty good stuff today. Your homework tonight is in the other packet. Okay, and it's on the third page. The third page is dot plots. Right here it is. Not much, but you have to get that done, and hopefully you will. All right, guys, take care. Thank you.